Okay, now let's take a look at factor form and convert this to standard, and then we'll convert that standard to vertex. In order to convert to standard, given factored form, we are simply multiplying. We're multiplying the three factors of 2, x plus 3, and x minus 1. You can multiply 2 times x plus 3 first, and then multiply that times x minus 1, or you can multiply your two binomials and then multiply by 2. But commutative property allows us to multiply in whichever way that you prefer. I'm going to go ahead and just multiply the 2 times the x and the 2 times the 3 to get 2x plus 6. That is still in parentheses. And then I'm going to multiply x minus 1. So we're going to distribute the 2x first to each of the terms. And I'm going to distribute positive 6 to each of these terms. And then I'm going to combine like terms. And now we have standard form. So from factored to standard, you simply multiply all of the factors and then combine any like terms. Now that I have standard, I'm going to convert it to vertex. With vertex, we need an A, we need an H, and we need a K. Our A value is 2. To get the H value, we're going to use the formula of negative B over 2A. So we have negative from the formula times the B value divided by 2 times our A value. This gives us negative 4 over 4, which is negative 1. Our H value is negative 1. The H is the X coordinate of our vertex. To get the output, which is K, we're going to plug in our negative 1 into our function from standard form. 2 times, we're going to plug in negative 1 using parentheses. We're going to do order of operations. We're going to square the negative 1 to get positive 1. Positive 1 times 2 is 2. We're going to multiply 4 times negative 1. And we're going to combine 2 minus 10 to get negative 8 as our K value. So we're going to write in standard form the A value, X minus our H value of negative 1, that becomes X plus 1, quantity squared, minus 8. So that is from factored to standard to vertex. Now let's take a look at vertex form and convert it to standard and then to factored. So when we have vertex and we're converting to standard, we're just applying the order of operations, which means we got to address the exponent 2, then we will apply the multiplication, and then lastly, we will subtract. So remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I like to use brackets to remind me that I'm going to subtract last. So we leave the negative 8 for the very last step. That's one of the most common mistakes. So I'm going to, this time, multiply x plus 1 times x plus 1. We have 2 of those. That's going to create a perfect square trinomial. Now I'm going to distribute the 2. So we took care of the exponent. Now I'm going to multiply by 2 just to this quadratic trinomial. And when I do this, I can dissolve all grouping symbols and bring down my minus 8. Now I'm going to combine like terms. And I have standard form. Now we're going to convert standard to vertex. Excuse me, we start with vertex. We're going to convert it to factor form where we need an A, a P, and a Q. Our A value is 2. Let's start out and factor out our GCF of 2. We are going to factor this quadratic trinomial. Our leading value now is 1, so we're going to factor x squared into x and x. And now we need the two factors of -3 that add up to our b value of 2. This is going to be -1 times 3. So we have x minus 1 and x plus 3. Our p value is 1. Our q value is -3. And we have factored form. Again, all three forms.